YouTube have to be so hard? I just want to make a good video. Okay, that's way better. What up, scamps? Hold on. What up, scamps? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. What if literally that's how I started every video? Anyways, so I thought I would make this video because everybody makes storytime videos. And I was like, Tia, why not just throw your, embarrassing stories in the ring? All the names in these stories have been changed to protect the innocent. But they're all embarrassing stories about myself, so... First story, as most ladies do, when they're getting that age, when they're getting up there, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, you get your period. So, I really don't want to tell a story, but I have to because I'm committed to YouTube. I'm committed to the YouTube grind. Anyways, so when I was in 5th grade, I was a bit of a tomboy. I'm not sure if you can tell, but I was a pretty big tomboy, I guess. I had the fortunate happening of having my period. And it happened to me in 4th grade, and we had taken sex ed, so I knew kind of what it was, I wasn't like a period expert or anything like that. Shit happens, you get your period. Got my period, and I was in denial about it. Like, I was like, nope. I was in denial about a lot of things, like becoming a woman. Like, I didn't want to wear a bra. I was like, fuck that. Like, let the tits swing low, sweet chariots. If you get the reference, shout out to you. But I was like, no, there's no way. I'm not becoming a woman. I'm not doing it. You can't make me. I'm at the rec center as most people do after school. So I'm hanging out, all my fellow classmates, and we're just chilling. Then I got my period. I was wearing no underwear at this time, actually, which is really weird because I'm like a never nude. Like, you'll never ever catch me naked, like, ever. Like, I'm barely naked in the shower. But I am. So I get my period, and I'm at the rack, and I'm
like, fuck, like, what am I gonna do?
So, thank God I was wearing a pair of, like, super dark Levi's. Like, I'm, like, not black, but, like, almost. I'm, like, okay. So I'm, like, rushing, like, trying to think. Like, I don't have any, like, nothing on me. So I'm, like, let me just go ahead and, throw some toilet paper. Let's make a makeshift tampon, whatever. Throw that in the vag. So I'm at the rec center playing around. Like, we end up playing a game of basketball and playing hard. A lot of you guys don't know is I used to be a baller. I end up getting one of the So that makeshift tampon had fallen out and was hanging on for dear life on top of my Air Force One. Sis was sis was there. I didn't even realize she was there until one of my friends, I'm not even sure if I'm going to call this person a friend, because a friend would pull me aside and said, hey sis, you got a little makeshift tampon on your shoe. But this bitch was like, ew, what is that on your foot? And I looked down and I'm like, oh shit, like, I can't be like, it's my makeshift tampon because I'm going through that change in my life, bitch. I was like, oh fuck, like, what is that? And so I kicked it off and, like, kicked it in the corner and forgot all about it. Like, who does that? Like, ugh. I should have picked it up, but I'm sorry for the janitor that had to see my makeshift tampon in the corner of the gym. Hope that you can find it in your heart to forgive me. Story number 2, and Tia ruins all of her credibility and tells you guys too much about her life because she has no other content to provide for you. Story time. Oh my gosh, okay. When I was in, yet again, 5th grade, this time it's the summer of 5th grade going into 6th grade, I was a terrible student. I made my 5th grade teacher cry, and that's totally unrelated, but, I was not the best student. So I ended up in summer school. And I was in summer school with one of my good guy friends at the time. We'll call him Johnny. Johnny and I, best friends, like we hung out, like we've been best friends probably since like 4th grade. I don't know, but you know, not too many people were fond of Johnny, but it wasn't his fault, you know. People like to try to bully Johnny, but you know, whatever. So me and Johnny, best friends, you know. People, you know, thought like this concept was so foreign to little kids in 5th grade. Like, they're like, wait, a guy and a girl could be friends, but like, what the fuck? Like, and they're not dating? Like, it blew my mind a little bit too. This is where I'm going. Summer 6th grade, summer 5th grade going into 6th grade in summer school, and I remember thinking like, you know, it's not right, you know. Maybe if I tell these people that I have a boyfriend, they'll stop thinking that I'm a lesbian, because a lot of people for the longest time thought I was a lesbian. It probably had something to do with that tomboy stuff I was telling you earlier. But anyways, so they thought I was like a lesbian. And so I was like, maybe to dispel these rumors, I'll just tell them that, you know, me and Johnny are dating. What happened was, on the bus, this other girl, we'll call her Candace.
I think it's weird, like, when, like, guys are shorter than their girlfriends. You know, like, that's so weird.
And I don't know why I had to chime in. And I was like, oh, but Johnny is shorter than me. And then she reiterates, she goes,
I said when boyfriends are shorter than their girlfriends.
And I was like, yeah, I said Johnny is shorter than me. And she was like,
oh, you guys are dating?
And I was like, sis don't know. She yells across the school bus to Johnny.
She goes, oh, Johnny, I heard you and Tia were dating.
And he looks back and he goes,
no, the fuck we aren't.
and I was like, God damn it, Johnny. All you had to do was just shut your fucking mouth. Way to embarrass me, Johnny. Like, I stood up for you, bro. When people were like, hey, Johnny smells weird. And I was like, oh, he's a good guy. You know, don't let that fool you. God damn, Johnny. And final story, which I'm gonna... all these stories I kind of have to link with me being a tomboy. So in 11th grade, I used to look like this. Very ambiguous, you know. 11th grade, math class, just chilling. And as per usual, I'm wearing my fucking massive jeans and my massive sweater, hoodie thing. Just being all around butch looking. We have a substitute teacher, and I forgot what the context was, but I think I raised my hand to go to the bathroom. And oh my god. So also in this class, I had a crush in there that didn't probably recognize that I was a female, which is fine because I didn't look like a female because I looked like that. So my crush is in the class, doesn't really know I exist. I actually go to the bathroom. Teacher goes, well, I raised my hand. Can I use the bathroom? Teacher goes, yes, sir. And the whole class, like, thought that was fucking hilarious. On this side, I probably would think it was funny, but that is so traumatizing to a teenage girl to be called a sir. And for basically a lot of my life, I got misidentified as sir. But it's different when your crush is in the same class as you and you get called sir. Needless to say, I didn't stop wearing my massive fucking pants and my big sweaters and my big t-shirts until, like, I don't know, after 2010. Those were my most embarrassing stories. Not most embarrassing, but the 3 embarrassing stories I can remember offhand. if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. Throw a like in the pile. Subscribe. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I didn't. It really brought up a lot of things from my past, and now I have some self-reflecting to do. I'm probably gonna look out over the water. There's no water, but stand out and look out my window, holding a cup of coffee. Think about why my parents allowed me to leave the house like that. I'm not saying that it's their fault, but it's just like bro, you're the adult, But my parents kind of let me make my own decisions, and fuck, look at where I am now.